to episode 3 of Better Every Day. I am Denise Trail. I am your spiritual influencer, life coach, and digital creator, guiding you through your spiritual awakening journey by teaching you the game plan to survive it. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I want to say welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you for your continued support. Don't forget to like, to comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't be shy. Leave a comment in the section. Let me know what you like around here, what you want to hear, any ideas that you have, or any questions. Feel free to email I am Denise Trail at gmail.com. If you have not already, feel free to go and visit IamDeniseTheTrail.com. There you will find all of your spiritual awakening journey necessities, from inner child workbook, subconscious mind programming, all the way from manifestation, all the things that you need as you're awakening on your spiritual awakening journey, including my ebook, The Game Plan to Surviving Your Spiritual Awakening Journey, on top of the 15-week workbook course to guide you through this spiritual awakening journey. It's all at IamDeniseTheTrail.com. But tonight, I want to talk about how to live a happier life while going through your spiritual awakening journey. One thing I know for sure: when you're going through your spiritual awakening journey, there are so many symptoms, there are so many things that you're experiencing. It's hard to find happiness. But there are certain things that I put in place because I knew in order for me to survive this, or survive that spiritual awakening journey at that time, there were things that I had to do in order for me to survive. And tonight, I want to share those secrets with you. Stay tuned, because after this, we'll be discussing how to survive your spiritual awakening journey so that you can live a happier life while going through your spiritual awakening journey. Welcome back. You know how we do it over here on this channel. We're going to go ahead and start off with either an affirmation for the week, or we're going to start off with an inspirational message from my I Am Denise Trail Only Good Things Happen to Me inspirational card deck. And we're going to see what inspirational message come through for us this week. And I choose to believe I am empowered by the love of God, and I walk as a beneficial present on this planet. Now, y'all not going to believe this, but truthfully, honestly, I actually pulled this same inspirational card for myself. I think it was either Tuesday or Monday. I pulled this exact same card. So that tells me that it is meant for us to hear this inspirational message. And it says, I choose to believe I am empowered by the love of God, and I walk as a beneficial present on this planet. Wow. So, like I said before we took a break and came back, I wanted to talk about living a happier life going through your spiritual awakening journey. And what I know for sure is that when you're going through that spiritual awakening journey, the last thing that you find is happiness. Your body is changing. Your thoughts are negative and dark. You're tired all of the time. Nothing seems the same anymore. And you're saying, Coach Denise Trail, you're actually telling me that I can find happiness while going through what I'm going through? And I'm telling you, yes, sweetie, you can. And you know how I know that you can? Because I did. And so tonight, I'm going to be talking about 5 things that I did to live a happier life as I was going through one of the most challenging moments, challenging seasons, years of my life. Because I knew that I wanted to survive. I knew that I wanted to stay alive. I knew that I wanted to get to who I am today. And the first thing that you have to do, I have my notes here, you have to trust and embrace the journey that you're on. Trust and embrace the journey that you are on. See, you have to have faith in something. You got to find something that will ground you, something that you can lean on, something that you can put your faith in. And see, I choose to put my faith in God. I knew him to have do things in my life so I could lean in that direction. I remember in 2007, I was in a violent crime. I was shot during an armed robbery. And they told me that I would never use my right leg again. And in that season back then, I had to find faith in God to believe that I would be able to walk again. And as you know, your girl back walking, have been for almost, 15, 16 years now. And I'm in my stilettos. But I had to find my faith in God in order for me to do that. Because I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't have something that I could find my grounding in, to believe that through this, I know that I can do all things. And so you have to find something that you can hold on to, that in the midst of the storm, that in the midnight hour when it seems like the world is on your shoulder, you have something that you can call upon, something that you can say, I know that you will never leave me, and I know that you will never forsake me. You got to have faith in something in order for you to survive and find happiness while you're going through. See, you have to change your mindset. It's all about changing your mindset. It's all about changing what you see. And you have to look at it like, okay, I recall telling myself, I remember this day I was sitting at my desk and I had the windows open and I was going through one of the rough days. It was one of the really rough days. I was tired. The negative thoughts and the torment was getting me down. I just wanted to just give up. But I knew that I had to keep my head above the water. One thing I put in my mind, I said, when I felt as if I was going down, I said, Denise, you got to keep your head above the water. You got to keep your head above the water. But I recall that day I sat at my desk and I had the window open. And I remember saying to myself, Denise, if this was your life for the rest of your life, what would you put in place to live a happier life so that you can survive this thing? What would you do if you had to wake up every day with negative thoughts and torment like you had to do for 3 years? But you had to put some things in place in order for you to survive it. Because if you did not put those things in place in order for you to survive it, you would have never survived it. I would have never survived it. I would have been, I don't know, because it was such a dark place. I don't know where I would have been. But I know that my symptoms and what I was going through, if I would have spoken up to a doctor or told a psychiatrist, I truly believe that I would have been put in some type of facility because of what they say those symptoms are. I know for sure. So what I decided to do was I decided to embrace the journey that I was on. And how did I embrace the journey? I said, hey, we're here. I'm here. This is what I'm going through. I prayed. I cried. I begged. And it's not leaving. So apparently I'm in this for a reason. And it's up to me to go through the journey to find out what is the reason that I'm going through it. And I know you're sitting watching me saying, oh, everybody always saying you just got to go through. I get it because I was once like you. You know how many people videos I watch and it was saying, oh, you just got to get through your spiritual awakening journey, and going through your spiritual awakening journey, you're going to notice at the end how you're going to blossom and life is going to be great and you're going to be a different person. And the whole time I'm sitting back watching like, how is I'm going to get there? I've been going through this for a year and a half. These mental thoughts are almost taking me out. Like I can't sleep. Nothing is the same no more. I'm fatigued all the time. I feel like I'm losing my mind, like I'm going insane, but yet I'm listening to somebody who's been through it, and they're telling me that I can go through it, and that once I get on the other side, I'll look back and say, I'm thankful that I went through it. And now I am the spiritual influencer that you are looking at, that's telling you, baby, I've been there. I know what you feel. I know that it's tough. I know that it's hard, but I'm telling you, you can find happiness while you're going through. You just have to find it within yourself to accept first the journey. Just say to yourself, I accept it, Lord. I accept that you're trying to take me somewhere. I accept this is the path that you have chosen for me. I'm not going to fight against it no more. I'm no longer going to try to understand. I ask you, guide me to lead me to what it is that I need to do so that I can become a happier person and embrace this journey that you have me on. The second thing you have to do is embrace the change. because the world is changing, y'all. Y'all know the world is changing. Over the last 3 years, the world has completely changed. We have completely changed. COVID hit and everything changed. And so you have to learn how to embrace the change. Right now, you're going through a spiritual awakening journey. It's a change. It doesn't feel good. Life doesn't feel good. You can't sleep. You're probably changing appetite. You're isolated from everything and everyone you know. It's a change. But guess what? You have to embrace that change in order. You have to accept the change by saying what? Okay, first step, what we talked about. Embrace the journey. Okay, God, here I am. I accept the journey that I'm on. I accept it. Let's go. Take me on the journey. I accept the change. I know that my life is about to change. I know my body is changing right now. I know the thoughts in my head is changing right now. I know everything about me is changing right now, but I accept it. And once you accept those things, you go to the third step. Once you embrace the journey, you accept that, hey, I'm changing, life is changing, my body is changing, my mind is changing, my thoughts are changing, what I like, I don't like, what I used to know, I don't know, the people I hung with, I don't want to hang with no more, the food I ate, I don't want it no more. Once you accept those things, the third thing you would need to do is what? Practice daily gratitude. And I know you're probably saying, every video that I watch, everybody always talking about gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. How can I find gratitude in the pit? I feel like I'm in the most darkest place I've ever been. You know how I found gratitude? Every day that I made it through. That was my gratitude. I looked at my days based on yesterday, what I did yesterday that I couldn't do the day before. So if I went through my spiritual awakening journey today, tonight when I will write what I couldn't do yesterday that I did today. And I'll be grateful for it. Like, for instance, if I yesterday couldn't make it through the grocery store, because like I told you guys in the beginning, it got to the point where I couldn't even go to the grocery store anymore. And it got to the point where I really couldn't even go to the grocery store, y'all. Like, I couldn't even go for a walk by myself. I couldn't even get in my car by myself without being terrified. I told you, if you have not watched my first video, go watch my first video. I tell you about my entire experience on my spiritual awakening journey. But I had to find happiness by using gratitude about what I did yesterday that I couldn't do the day before, or what I did today that I couldn't do yesterday. And that's how I kept myself going. I'm like, well, yesterday I couldn't go to the grocery store, but today I actually made it in there. I was able to get at least one thing, because that's how I tested myself. Like, I couldn't go in and do like a whole grocery run. So what I would typically do is say, okay, every day I'm going to try to go in the grocery store and try to grab one thing until I get myself back used to just being out in public again. I don't know if it was the social anxiety, or I think it was just that I didn't trust myself because of all of the thoughts that was going on in my head. I didn't know how I would react out in public. So I was just like isolated. I was just like, I don't want to go out. But I knew in order for me to overcome the fear and overcome what I was going through, I had to put something in place, even if it was the small minor things like, okay, every day, let's just go grab a drink. Okay, let's go grab some bananas. Let's go grab, until I got comfortable enough where now I might got 6 things in the basket. And now your girl going to the grocery store and I don't even think about what I experienced, because I think about the gratitude part about it. That's what I do think about. Every time I go through the grocery store at Publix, I'm always saying, man, I remember the days, man, when I couldn't even walk through here, man. And now look at me. Man, God, you good. Like, I'm walking through the grocery store. I'm driving in my car by myself and I don't feel any fear. I don't feel any anxiety. And there was times that none of that was possible. But by the grace of God, he navigated me through this thing. He navigated me on how to survive my spiritual awakening journey. And so I'm here to help you. And so we're going to go into the fourth thing so that you can live a happier life while you're going through your spiritual awakening journey. And that is something that I had to do. And that's to create a lifeline atmosphere. See, one thing I knew, that when I was going through my spiritual awakening journey, I couldn't listen to the same music I was listening to. I couldn't watch the same stuff I was watching. I had to change my whole trajectory of what I saw. So I went to looking at the Hallmark Channel because you know what? I wanted happiness. So I ain't watched Lifetime. I wasn't watching Snap in the first 48 no more because that was just going to amplify all of the thoughts and emotions that I was feeling. I was already terrified. So I had to find things that was going to make me feel how I wanted to feel. I wanted to feel happy. I wanted to feel love. So you guess what my channel stayed on? The Hallmark Channel, because the Hallmark Channel is all about happiness. It's all about love and romance. It's all about the good feeling things, and that's what I needed to watch. And because I had went through a season where I wasn't listening to no music, I couldn't listen to music for probably 2 years. I didn't find any music that I listened to. But recently, I came across a lot of affirmational music that I listen to that speaks life in me. I got me a playlist that I enjoy listening to. So you're gonna have to change your what you take in, what you see, what you listen to. You can't watch the same stuff that you was watching. You can't be watching love and hip hop. You can't be listening to all of this rap music and all of these sad love songs and all this stuff that's keeping you in a low vibration. You got to listen to things that's going to lift your vibration. You got to start, you know what I'm saying, going on YouTube like I used to. Just go on YouTube and look at videos that's going to help you, you know what I mean, develop that sense of awareness of what it is that you're going through. Learn more about yourself, how to do your inner child healing, how to properly cleanse and purge yourself of things that you don't supposed to be experiencing in your life, like that ancestral trauma that we deal with. You got to learn how to cleanse yourself up, how to pray to God to cleanse those ties that you have been bound to based on ancestral trauma, because it's real. People don't believe it's real, but it's real. A lot of the thoughts and a lot of the feelings and a lot of the things that we are experiencing, that I truly feel that I was experiencing, a lot of that had nothing to do with me. I was breaking generational curses. God chose me. He said, "You the chosen one. I know you can do it." He's saying to you, "I chose you. You the chosen one. I know you can do it. You the soldier that I chose. It may look like it that you can't handle this, but I know you can handle it. You know how I can handle it? Because look how you handled it yesterday. Look how you handled it the day before. You in your fourth month and you still complaining? You got this. If it was meant to take you out, you would have been gone. But you've survived it. Just keep going. Keep things in motion. Keep moving forward. Keep trusting. Keep believing that this journey is going to make you a better person. And I promise you it is. I promise you it is. I guarantee you, you'll be doing the same thing I'm doing, if not on a greater scale. You'll be encouraging somebody like I'm encouraging you. Don't quit. Don't stop. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. Because you know what? If you stop, it's going to hit somebody else in the family. It might go down in your child. Do you think your baby will be able to handle that? That's one thing that played in the back of my mind. I said to myself, if I don't break this generational curse, it might go to my baby. It might go to my nieces and my nephews. It might go to my sister. They ain't strong like that spiritually like me to deal with this. God chose me. So I got to get through this. And you got to get through this. And you going to get through this. I know you going to get through this. You just needed to know that it's a soldier out here just like you who went through the battle and who understand that God will never leave us. He will never forsake us. And everything that we need is already in us. You got to start calling on God in me. That's one thing I say, God in me give me strength. God in me show me how. God in me love me right now. God in me embrace me right now. I need to get in touch with the God in me. Once you realize that God is with you and God is in you, you find strength. You get like a courage. Like, you know, man, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get through this. I got to get through this because God chose you. You got a bigger journey than anybody else in the family. It was you. He knew only you can get through this. So now we know we got to have faith in something, right? You got to trust and embrace the journey. So you got to find faith in something. So we're going to do that, right? Then you got to embrace the change. We know things changing. Everything is changing, including you. The third thing you got to do is practice daily gratitude. Start like I did. Just practice your gratitude based on what you did yesterday that you couldn't do the day before, or what you did today that you couldn't do yesterday. The fourth thing you're going to do, you're going to create yourself a lifeline atmosphere. A lifeline atmosphere is creating positive experiences. Watching, go back to watching, y'all will be surprised. I went back to watching cartoons from when I was a child. Like I looked up shows like Family Ties and Family Matters, things that I watched when I was a child. I went back to looking at those type of videos because those type of videos and sitcoms and things made me feel good because remind me when life was good when I was a child and I ain't have no worries and I wasn't going through this stuff. I just watched things like that. And you gotta change that music. You can't listen to low vibrate music when you're trying to raise your vibration. You can't watch Snap and First 48 and Criminal Minds when you're trying to have a happy, thoughtful mind because your mind is already playing tricks on you. So you don't want to give it anything else to play more tricks on you. And last but not least, you got to master yourself. Master yourself. Self-mastery is all about your spiritual awakening journey. Because once you master yourself, when I was going through what I was going through, when them thoughts was coming like bam, 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 and I had to practice like, okay, you're going to give me that thought, I'm going to give you that thought. You're going to give me that thought, I'm going to give. I had to, when it gave me negative, I gave it positive. When it gave me negative, I gave it positive. But guess what that did? It taught me how to master my mind. Now I control my mind. My mind don't control me. I got control over my mind now. My body don't control me. I control my body. When you practice celibacy and you don't give your body away because you honor and cherish your body, as a woman, we're going to all get urges, but I control my body. My body don't control me because when I went through my spiritual awakening journey, I shut all that down. You have to get in control of your body. When my body wanted to drink sodas and eat hamburgers and eat this, when I went through my spiritual awakening journey, it shut all that down, pushed all that away. They gave me control of my body. Now I fast more than that. So you got to master yourself. Last but not least, you got to master yourself. I hope that you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed coming and inspiring you, giving you tips and tools to navigate through your spiritual awakening journey because I believe that God chose you. He chose you for a reason. And I want to see you make it through. I want to see you become the version of yourself that God created you to become. Before we go tonight, I want to read 5 affirmations that I read to myself that I believe will help you find a happier, more brighter, and better you every day so that you can survive your spiritual awakening journey. The first affirmation says, I am now living a more happier and sweeter life. I am now living a more happier and sweeter life. I am now grateful that I am navigating through my journey of change with ease and flow. I am now grateful that I am navigating through my journey of change with ease and flow. I am now accepting all changes in my life because I know it's working for my good. I am finding happiness and enjoyment in spending quality time with myself. I'm going to say that again. I am finding happiness and enjoyment in spending quality time with myself. I am now embodying and embracing my life of sweetness and wonderful, happy experiences. I am your spiritual influencer, Denise Luttrell, and you've been watching Better Every Day. This is our 3rd episode, and we were talking about finding happiness and how to live a happier life as you go through your spiritual awakening journey. I hope my tips and tools will help you navigate from this day forward, and that you will put some of these things in place so that you can find happiness as you go through. Don't forget to like, to comment, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to visit IamDeniseLuttrell.com. If you want to dive deeper into finding happiness at IamDeniseTrail.com, I have a special workbook for you. It's called The Pursuit to Happiness. That workbook will help you find ways, ask you questions to help you dive deep into finding pure happiness for yourself as you're going through your spiritual awakening journey. Until next Thursday, you guys have a good night.